Good evening. Yep, still got 60 seconds before that's officially a good morning. Welcome along. I'm Tyrannus Cosplay. You already know that, sir. What am I doing tonight? I'm turning that down. That's what I'm doing. That's irritating me. I am almost finished the 1,000 follower weapon. We're all commandos in this place, buddy. Pants were not part of the deal. Fair enough. Fuck the pants. Up. Disclaimer. Here is the current state of the giveaway axe for Justin from Southern Carolina. South Carolina? However the you want to say it, South Carolina. He still has not responded to my notification that he's the winner, but he doesn't look to be a regular Facebook user. So we shall continue on anyway. He's won it legit. It's new software information is available for your brother machine. Double click the icon to see the information. Don't care, go away. So tonight, I can't have those there. Send it to me instead. Aye, they got a whole weapons ban at conventions and stuff. So tonight I have the furry bit to put around here. The handle to wrap in the fake pleather, and some dry brushing on the blade and the highlights. So, as well as that, I've got to finish making the Workshop Helps mini axe. So those are my two projects for this evening. Okay, or I can send it to you and you'll pass it on to him the next time you see him. That's very generous, Nordic. Consider it done. Yeah, look, I'll feed it down the. Can you just grab a hold and pull it through the other end of the camera? All right. No foam in North Carolina. They eat the stuff. Oh, bloody messy, eh? Bloody messy. Jesus Christ. Now get this. I have had a commission request for a Kratos axe. That in itself is not entirely surprising. I'm kind of happy with my Kratos axe, and there's not a lot of stuff out there yet for the game. But where does this commission request for a Kratos axe come from, I hear you ask? Baghdad, Iran. Now, considering what's just gone down in Baghdad, I'm not sure sending an axe through the post to Baghdad will keep me off some sort of watch list. You actually went to reach for the axe. Yeah, that's okay, mate. You'll be fine. So, yeah, that's an interesting kind of a commission. Oh, yeah, that's the silver that I left on the actual honed part of the blade. That's actually doing exactly what I wanted it to do. So yes, I'm a little concerned about maybe sending a weapon through the post to, or through courier to Baghdad at the moment, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. You're thinking that I'm going to watch this already. No, I'm pretty certain I'm already on a watch list. Ah, Crims, thanks, brother. Let's, we got it. I don't want to drop them on the floor. In the cup. In the cup. You can do it. In the cup. Woohoo! Good on ya. Boy, these pretzels are making me thirsty. I'm not sure whether I'm actually concerned. I don't think it's a major issue, honestly. But IQ Workshop, thank you very much. And yes, I'm most definitely on a watch list. I know people. Mm-hmm. Yes, Prims, we did, but it was a show about nothing, so we tried not to remember it. But we do get the quote comes from there. They're not banning swords and axes in conventions. They banned weapons at one convention as the quickest, most expedient way to solve the issue at that convention at that time. For instance, Supernova here in Perth in 4 weeks' time has just issued a press release saying they have updated their weapons policy a couple of months ago and see no reason to change it in light of what's just happened. Okay. So, I have some foam, some fur from a test run of my Ugg boots, which I've been using for little bits and pieces. So I'm going to cut a piece off the top of that to do around the top of the weapon. What did happen? The recent Phoenix convention, somebody carried 4 real weapons, 4 real firearms, and a knife, apparently an Ewok costume, kind of the boots for this. 4 real firearms and a knife into the convention with a view to taking down some police officers and apparently one of the Power Rangers stars. So yeah, that was only in the last 2 or 3 weeks. There we go. Someone wanted to kill one of classic English Dragon Ranger, was it? Oh, okay. I thought it was Power Ranger. The communications get mixed up, but yeah. Okay. Exactly. No shots fired, taken down, all kind of... this is your axe, is it, Aussie? That's what I was trying to say when I had my mouthful of food. Yep, send us a pic. Let's take a look at what Aussie's been doing. Sorry, this content is not available at the moment. Yeah? Smooth, Oz. Smooth. You're the man. Fix it and do it again. Dragon Ranger is the proper name for the Green Ranger. I don't know. I just work here. I don't know nothing. You literally have 5 minutes. Okay, we're timing you. See what we can do in 5 minutes. We're going to have a look at Aussie's picture. Oh, hang on. Oh, fuck me. That's beautiful. Hey, Bubby. Bubby. You folded out of bed. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You folded out of bed. It's okay. Poppy's got you. Poppy's got you. I love you very much. Here we go. Blankets on. Cover in. Okay. Love you. Don't roll out of bed again, silly Billy. Sorry guys, the workshop elf just rolled out of bed. Yeah, that's actually gonna come up bloody beautifully, mate. Thanks for sharing that. Whew. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Now, where was I? Actually, I think I'm going to try the dry brushing bit first, and then add the accoutrement. Or can add the no, I'm going to put the bits on the blade, on the handle, and the that little fur underneath the blade first, because I can add the dry brushing with that on without. Yes, yep. Just working on a logical attack so that I can keep bits and pieces happening as I go along. Where's my axe? Did someone eat the rest of your Tim Tams? Yeah, they did, Cyborg. I'm down to whatever these TikTok-y things are that I stole out of the Workshop Else Bicky tin. Okay. Really is only a small tuft of fur around there. It's about a centimetre wide. How are you, Crims? How are you, Nordic? How are you, Aussie? How are you, Alex? How are you, Cyber Kangaroo? Beardy? I think I covered everybody. Sucks going to the freezer and finding out all the Tim Tams are gone when you only had 2. I know how you feel. Now, cutting fur can be a messy proposition. So all you really want to do is cut the material backing. You don't want to push down and cut the fur because you end up with fur all over the fucking place. So yeah, just a nice gonna make some noodles. No future mates just down the road. I wonder if I actually need Tim Tam noodles. Ugh. You know what? I was just squaring up that edge to cut a strip off. But honestly, because it is such a little, just a scrap of fur around the top here, I don't think I need to. I think that will do the job just fine. been longer than 5 minutes. Got a few packs of coconut Tim Tams last night. What do you reckon? Have you tried them? And the one I'm waiting on still hasn't shown up. The one you're waiting on still hasn't shown up. What? I'm sorry, Alex. What have you? Not yet. You haven't tried them. Okay. And I'm sorry, Alex. What are you waiting on? What? Who? What or who? Who or what? Yes. It's a fairly new item altogether. I need some glue. And a glue applicator. I mean here, not where they were invented. Oh, coconut Tim Tams over there are fairly new. Yep. My dad promised to pick me up, but he's like, oh, that's right, you said you were legitimately only popping in 4 or 5 minutes. Come on, Dad. Where the fuck are you, Dad? Okay. Foam dust all over the place. So I got some silver paint for the dry brushing. And I got a nice stiff bristled brush. I got me some paper towel here to dab off the excess paint. So I'm ready for that. But I figured, and now I'm still here. Well, at least that's a smiley face and not a sad face, because that would, that would make me feel bad. So we've seen Ozzy's current progress on his Stormwind shield. Who has anything that they're working on that they're itching to show progress of? Receiving the collective oohs and ahs of an appreciative crowd. When you were a kid, you loved Kit Kats. Yep. Yep. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. Is your dad being late a regular occurrence? He's here! See you guys! Bye, Alex! Hi, Alex's dad. Bye. Back when I was a kid, do you have Nutter Butter? They're in big wafers. I don't think I've ever heard of Nutter Butter. Sounds something like peanut butter. Well, obviously Nordic knows what the hell you're talking about. So there's that little fur tuft there. And there is, from the collar down to the pommel, wrapped in the suede first, and then with a binding that is not neat wrapped around it. So, yeah, remembering we're emulating this weapon, which in itself is an emulation of another weapon of the game. Now, you can see what I did. How did you get that edge on the handle of the axe, the round part? The edge on the handle of the axe. This yes or no? Not beautiful. Okay, so if you watched last night's stream, which will be archived on the stream channel thingy, it was a piece of 5mm foam. So that's all one piece of 5mm thick foam that I tapered the edge and dremeled the edge, and then wrapped it around, shaped it, and then glued it into place. Cut a V slot out of it around here and tidied it up. And the designs are the classic, hit them with the X-Acto and then hit that with the heat gun. Okay, so now to bind this handle, I cut my pleather into a couple of long strips and literally wrapped it along the handle. And from memory, I started at the bottom and worked my way up, so each lap was overlapping on top as I went up the axe. Because when you do it from the top and work your way down, when you go on the top and work your way down, that overlap doesn't sort of flow down the handle, it goes the opposite way. Saturday, so today is now Thursday morning. Okay, 20 past 12 in Thursday AM. On Saturday, I have several hours work at the radio station, which is where I upload my videos to YouTube. So between now and then, I'm going to put the top and tails on all the outstanding videos and put them up to YouTube. I also noticed that part of my affiliate thing is that I cannot do that within 24 hours of doing the stream. The stream has to be exclusive to... Is it a public station? Yes, I work for... No, public station. I work for a commercial radio station. Have done... I've worked in commercial radio since 1989. So over here it's not called public, it's called community radio station. At least I think that's the distinction that we're making. I did do some time in a community radio station while I was working in commercial radio. And out of the 25 people on the staff, there are only 2 people with radio experience. That was educating for both us and them. Radio announcers adding L's. They're called disc jockeys there. Now the difference is that a disc jockey plays music. A radio announcer sits in front of a computer screen, forward announce, back announce, station ID, time call, and does not play music. The computer and the music director or content director program and play the music. Where a disc jockey used to play the music. So DJs, disc jockeys, play music at parties now, because you can't play music on the radio unless you play on community radio stations. It sucks. G'day Helter, how are you, buddy? What's this, Beardy? Nordic's put up something. What do you put up there, Nordy? You put a JPEG up. Let's take a gander. Right, okay, biscuits that look like peanuts. And Beardy has countered him with the biscuits that don't look like peanuts. You're heading to bed, but you can't sleep. Yeah, I did the same thing. I got 4 hours sleep last night. Well, actually 3. I got to bed at 5 and woke up at 8 to put the workshop elf off to school and just couldn't get back to sleep. So, yes. It's amazing what Red Bull and coffee can do for you. So I'll stream until I'm tired and then I will go and hit the sack. You got no words for that, Beardy. Oh, sorry, Nordic's got no words for Beardy. Right. What I'm going to do is cut these in 15mm strips and overlap them by 5. Just because I like the numeracy of it all. So, if our Phantom 1000 follower turns up, I sent him another message to his page again tonight, asking him to contact me, but like I said, it doesn't look like he gets on Facebook that often. So yes, as I was saying, I have a commission inquiry for a Kratos axe to go to Baghdad. And obviously the attack that happened there last night has had little or no bearing on him, because he contacted me again this afternoon, only a few hours ago. And I have a inquiry here, I think. Yes, it is. It's here on Twitch. To look at doing a custom cutlass to go to Norway for one of the Twitch followers. And as Beardy was saying, affiliates affiliates should be getting a subscription, a subscribe button in the not too distant future. So when that happens, as a little bit of an incentive to get my my subscriptions rolling, I'll do a subscriber only giveaway. To try and get some subscribers, to try and get some support. Naughty. It's supposed to be the same day you can get your cheer bit money. Oh, okay, so it's 60 days then. Because for affiliates, you don't get your first payout of cheer bit money for 60 days. For partners, it's 45 days. So you can pay Tyrannus Cosplay through Cheer for being smexy. Yeah, because I am. Oh, sorry, Nordic. What do I charge for things like that? Oh, $150 Australian plus the customer covers the postage. Or freight, whichever. Can't be in yet, Oz. Hasn't happened, brother. And Beardy was also saying there's like a rich Saudi prince wants one. Well, he is in Baghdad, but he didn't look like a rich Saudi prince when I checked it out. I hope he doesn't expect it to be a real beheading type weapon, because we're both going to be really disappointed. Where is that dashboard thing? Yeah, do that. Oh, there. Right. Now, Beardy was saying there are goals that need to be met before Twitch will pay out on the bits. Oh, Aussie just cheered 100 bits. Shit, Oz. Where's me? Like, god damn it! I'm going to spell them. Did they go in the cup or did they miss? Thank you. Does it give you a total of the bits? No, my desktop does, and that's what I was just looking at then. So far, well, for May, and I only started on the 24th of May, I got 1,639 bits. Actually, I think I can do this. Nick off, Noddy. And so far in June, I now have 105 bits. Year. Okay, in total I've got 1,744 bits, so $17.44. And if what you were saying before is true, I have to read 100. So bits help me out. Yes, they do. Over $100. If you get it under $100, you get nothing, even if it's 99. I haven't read that anywhere in the conditions, but I assume you're right because I haven't done that much research into it. So yes, I'm a fair way off of it, and that's every 60 days for us and every 45 days for partners. But the donations straight to my PayPal at the moment, you can see up there at the top of the page, I've been lucky enough to be... Whoa! Jesus fucking Christ, Oz! Oh, that one fell out of the bowl! I saw that one jump out of the bowl. God damn! Shit, thank you, Aussie. You sir can you can have my children. Well, that's hell, yeah. Well, based on what Aussie's done, I've just hit 3,144 bits. So what's that? That's $31.44 American. So, yeah, bits actually help. Crims asks, what did I miss? Aussie just put 1,400 bits. 1,400 cheers. Yeah. Like a fucking crazy man with no pants on. He was. And 100 before that. So yes, 1,500 cheers in my bowl. So yeah, Aussie, each one of those equates to 1 cent American. And as Beardy was saying there, apparently, if I get 100 US in there, now he is. Look, he's up the top there. You can't even count that high? Me either. I'd have to take my shoes and socks off. Yeah. I will do more reading into payout conditions and stuff to see whether it's something that I need to promote for fear of people buying bits and them going to waste. From Bjorn, the leather crafter Bjorn, yeah. They do everything backwards so it makes sense. It will roll over, but you have to wait. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see how we're going with... Oh, shit, see now I've got a tapered edge there. Oh, that's alright. We're going from the bottom up anyway. No one beat my 1,400. Okay, so Aussie's just issued a challenge. I'm in marketing, I know how to milk that. Well, yeah, affiliate status is far easier to achieve than partnership status. So, I don't know. I'm not actually doing the wrap 1401. I'm not doing the wrap permanently. What I'm doing now is just making sure that I have enough material to do the full length. But don't you want Beardy to show me any love, mate? Is that what you're saying? Yours and nobody else's. Not everything is backwards down here. Yeah, we get Tim Tams first. Yeah, I don't think 4 are enough. I'm a dumb American, but I didn't vote for... Well, you're not that dumb then. You're one of the smart ones. Mind you, well, time to pay the rent. Can I get that back? You are a cunny funt. Only if I hit 100 and I actually get paid. As I said, we've got to give Donald Trump one thing. He has managed to unify pretty much every country on the planet. No, I'm not being facetious. I do mean that. But Donald Trump has managed to unify every country on the planet. I think pretty much every single one of us think he's a fucking wanker. So we've been able to find some common ground, all of us. You crafted lunch. You clever little cookie. See, now I will get on a watch list. There'll be some ASIO guy or some Fed somewhere scanning social media for keywords, and me mentioning how much Donald Trump is a bit of a twat will get me on a listening recording somewhere. And then it will come out that not only do I think Donald Trump's a twat, but I've been selling weapons to Iraq. Baghdad's in Iraq, isn't it? Or Iran, one of those two. So yeah. Could be in some serious shit by this time next week, boys and girls. You saw it here. Okay, foam weapons, yeah, but weapons? Me and everyone else, yeah. But it's a combination of the two things I'm worried about. Can an old fucking Donald Duck and supplying weapons to a foreign country, yeah. I think I need one more. But that's what that test wrap was for anyway, to see what my usage was. So let's cut one more 15mm strip off of here. There's a little bit of stuff underneath that one. Half of Australia would be on that list. Yeah, well. Like I said, he has managed to unify us all. Just seems to be the dumbest smart fellow I've ever heard of. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. Need that. I probably won't need those. I will need that and that and that. Zip. Get out of the way. There. Something nice and dark. Where do I get the fake leather? The fake suede is from Spotlight, buddy. Although when it comes to the fur, off a dingo I skinned, crikey. When it comes to the fur, I been finding that Textile Traders is giving me a better price. Gator, I wrestled. Skinned it off a stingray. That didn't turn out too good the first time I tried it. Heather and you were looking for some for her cosplay. Yeah, I got it from Spotty's, bro. They've got this lighter brown and there's also this crappier, darker brown colour. Too soon? Dude, come on. Chappelle Corby brought it into the country for me. And a pair of headphones as well. Well, I'm getting some drop frame rates there going on. Maybe I don't need that sitting in the background constantly refreshing. In her boogie board. That's it. I saw her skip with her being over there for as long as she's been. She will have missed out on all sorts of stuff. Like the self-checkout, the self-serving aisle in Coles and stuff. And that little message. Unknown item found in the baggage area. Fuck, not again. I must have wrapped it tight. There's a now corrugated surface on that 2mm foam underneath it. Okay. So, what I need to do... Did you like the sword you made for Heather? Refresh my memory, mate. Pop a link up in the... Because unfortunately, I've been watching a lot of sword making in the last 4 or 5 days. There's a couple of guys who are bashing out God Killers. Otherworld Cosplay, how's it going? It's going good. Thank you for joining us tonight, mate. Or today, as the case may be in your respective time zone. Okay. So I'm going to put contact adhesive on the back of the... Good, glad to hear it. Me too, mate. I'm going to put contact adhesive on the back of that fake suede and a couple inches up the handle, let it cure, bind, and then repeat the process until I get right up to the top. And then when I get to that wedge bit, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle the wrapping on the back here, where obviously I can't go all the way around without overlapping the thingy, but meh, we'll get to that in a sec. It'll be a future me problem, as in like 15-20 minutes future me. Okay, there's Helter's sword made for his daughter. Ah, yes, I did see that. Yes, yes, yes. I'm liking it. There's a madhouse here on a Sunday. I had 4 other costumers working on their costumes around the house while I worked on mine, and I've got crap on the screen there. And they're all relatively new to foam crafting, so kind of like a supervised workshop, kind of, for want of a better term. They'll hit a bump, or they'll hit the next part of the project and they're not sure how to proceed. So I just kind of go, well, I would do it like this, and then the others would all chip in and go, oh, have you thought about this, 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 and this? And then, you know, out of the amalgam of ideas that were floating around the room, they proceed on their path. But the variation of work that was being churned out here on Sunday was interesting. I'm working on the axes, of course. I have young Chris, the Padawan, who sometimes turns up in the background of my streams, working still on his Clone Wars Obi-Wan armor. Then I have a young Ethan who is trying to get into the West Australian Academy of Performing Arts and has to do a movie short, I think is the reason behind it. So we're working on a Flash helmet for him, his own variation of the Justice League Flash. While his mum is working on a Witch King of Agramar. And then I have Little Mary Bear Cosplay Helter. She's been down here working on Lux from League of Legends. We've been making the armor portions for her Lux costume. We started teaching Prop 101 classes there in the States. Yeah, well, not so much. Well, I don't know if I'm actually teaching them or just kind of pointing them along the path, letting them do it. But, I mean, we've got work area here, and I've got tools and glue and advice on how I was doing it and stuff. So, yeah, maybe it's teaching. Not sure. Anyone's having issues with Twitch showing the right amount of viewers or showing friends watching something else when you know they're not? Not that I've noticed, mate, but I don't actually pay a lot of I don't see what's my Twitch stream because I monitor with the OBS screen, and I have the Twitch chat open off the screen there, because that chat there on the screen is obviously well delayed. Am I going to Brendan's on Sunday? I hope to, yeah. I'd like to get in the company of some other builders as well, yeah. Okay, I need to hold that up, so I'm going to pop something underneath it to edge it up. Let's use my little blade. No, let's use the Dremel box, that'll do it. I just need to keep it up off the work surface once I coat around it. I went to his last one. There were like 4 of us when he was working on his Voltron. Well, I don't know if it was his last one, but the last one I went to at his place was he was still working on his Voltron a while ago. Yeah, I see on my followed channels your stream has 6 peeps, but being here I see 8 viewers. Yeah, yeah. See, and then above the chat on the video screen, it's showing 7 up there. Anyway, peeps, you're off to bed now. 5 hours for a double shift. Jeez, mate. Dude, thank you immensely for all those cheers, Aussie. That will help me get towards the threshold for payout at some stage down the track. As we all know, it's all about the monies. So we can buy the things. For instance, I have a project that I want to build for Nova. I just don't have the funds at the moment, and it's not like it's hugely expensive. I just literally, it's the quietest time of the year for me. Oh, pinch and a punch for the first of the month. As of an hour ago, that is. Okay, put a line down there, and that is May taken care of here in the future. It's the first of winter. Winter's not coming, winter's bloody here. Although it's still 18 degrees at 1 in the morning, so it's not too bad. And it's not raining. Yes, exactly. I managed to get 3 loads of washing done. And the daughter managed to get a load of hers done as well. So we are grateful at the moment to the God of Sunshine for allowing us to do the laundering of our dirty clothing, which is a thing of much joy and celebration, to have clean underwear and socks. Shepherd of Men, how is it going? It's going good, mate. How's it going on your side? Good to see you there in chat again. Just doing some of the finishing touches on the Nordic War Axe for the 1,000 follower giveaway. Putting the binding on the handle. So I'm wrapping the handle in this fake suede, and then I'm going to put a haphazard cloth binding over it like that one, like mine, as per the images in the game. So it's looking good, and then once I've done the binding, I can do the dry brushing. I was thinking about dry brushing first, but then I thought that will stop me from manhandling the axe to do the binding. So if I do the binding first, I can then proceed on to the dry brushing, and I can get 2 jobs done tonight instead of 1 and having to wait for the paint to dry before I do the binding. But I've done all the painting of the base coats and all the weathering and aging, so now it's binding and highlights. Plus I got to do some work on the workshop elf's axe. She gets her own little axe so she can stop stealing my weapons. So I'm just going to do 2mm foam on the handle. On the top I'll put a cap on, and a simple pommel so that there's no sharp protruding edges. And I'm going to do the handle down to about here and leave it metallic, and then from there down I'm going to do a bound handle, a bound binding handle on it to give her some grip, to give her a nice little weapon. And I don't think I'm going to paint it the harsh metallic finish that I've got on mine. I think I might give her a nice little girly blue into pink practice with the airbrush, actually, because she likes blueies and pinks and purples and stuff. So I thought I might do it a pink cheeks on the blade, slowly going out to blue on the sharp edges, light blue, sky blue. Kind of like the Soul Gem coloration in Skyrim, which will give me some practice with my airbrush painting the Soul Gem that I made to hang off the belt of my Nord. Oh. Yeah. I am just putting the contact adhesive on the foam, but to start it off I want to make sure that I get a good lock, so I'm going out onto the suede that's already there, remembering that I'm going to wrap that with some stained brown linen. Am I still doing the Doctor Who themed quiz night? Yes, I am. 3 weeks from tonight, mate. The 21st of June at the Leisure Inn, bud. So yeah, they made oohs and ahs of confirmation this evening. So that will be a happening thing. See my regular Monday gig. The venue has decided to double up on quiz nights and run a quiz on Thursday nights as well, which is obviously not hosted by me. Called a bullshit quiz, where the questions are bullshit and so are the answers. So I'm not sure how they police that one, but hey. Quizzes, I do that for a fucking living, dude. I haven't written any of the, haven't gotten any of the Doctor Who. Sancho, I haven't seen you in chat for a couple of days, bro. Hope everything's okay. You doing alright? Okay, let us continue with the wrapping. This is work. You will pay me for my service. I've just had a full and frank discussion with the client who thought that was the way to get me to do what they wanted me to do. Oh, look at you. You're a fucking expert. All yours went in the glass. We need to do 5 bits equals 1 question. Well, the only question I ever thought was hard was, do I like Kirk or do I like Picard? Sancho, I ripped apart a couch with 2 hammers and a razor blade and salvaged wood and vinyl that you can use to make bags and other things. That's it, mate. It's a repurposing. That's not hard. Picard all the way? Dude. Dude, but he let us down. He quit the role of the Professori. I must admit, as an actor and as somebody that I would prefer to watch, I do like watching Patrick Stewart more than I like watching William Shatner. Although I have warmed to William Shatner in that, was it Boston Legal he was in? It was Danny Crane. I thought that was worth watching. Shit My Father Says didn't impress me at all. Because my father never said any of that shit. No worries, Hilter. Catch you later, brother. Thank you very much for joining us so far, man. I do appreciate your company. I appreciate everybody's company on my chat. You guys are all fucking good sports. Another couple of binds up there. Kirk or Picard? Janeway. Bigger balls than both of them put together. Mind you, they did fucking rip us off with the way they finished that. You think the maintenance guy for the apartment checked every now and then and think me from a distance when they finished? Nut, I could hear all that well. Sorry, I tripped over that a lot, Sancho. Don't spoil the last movie. I haven't watched it. No. I was talking about Star Trek Voyager, the television show. You don't want that new series, the one they're talking about? Yeah. You wanted a Worf series? Hell yeah. I watched the fucking shit out of Worf. series. Absolutely. Michael Dorn, all wow, hey. Yeah, well, Enterprise went really well, didn't it, with bloody well Quantum Leap Boy. People were climbing over themselves to get home to watch that. Yeah, Voyager, it was kind of like, we've run out of funding, you're not going to get a next season, and you've only got 2 episodes left in this one, so wrap it up, will you? I got all fucking excited on a different front. I saw that Torchwood had been renewed for a 5th season. I thought, you fucking ripper, I love Torchwood. And then it turned out they were talking about the radio serial had been extended for a 5th season, not the TV show. Yeah, when it got good, they pulled it. Yep. Don't even get me started on Firefly. Yes. Biggest disappointment in TV history pulling that. Abso-fucking-lutely. I have a pop collection sitting over there on the wall, and we have 34 pops in that. 35. We've got 2 new ones added today. And the only complete set I got is on the top shelf, where I have Captain Mal, Zoe, Hoban, Jane, and Kaylee all sitting up there. I do likes me my Firefly and my Serenity movie. No, Honora is not available as a pop final. And besides, now I've seen her naked in Daredevil, I think I'd rather watch her in that. Really upset. She was Deadpool, sorry, fucking Daredevil. She was supposed to turn up here for the Perth convention and pulled out again at the last moment, this time because she'd scored that role. So, Devo, acceptable. Yeah, the cheeky Daredevil. That'll do it. Thank you. Nice save there. But I remember her being in Stargate. As the daughter, the omnipotent daughter, and the godhead of the Ori. Got to go retrieve your brother from school? No worries, Otherworld. We'll probably be here. I've got a little bit more work to do on this one and a little bit more work to do on the other one. And I've only been going an hour and a half. It's only 1:15 in the morning. So I think that's an alright way to start that. Needs some staining and stuff to get rid of the white fluff look. And then that wrap with the cloth binding over the top of this haphazardly breaks it up a little bit. The weathering and the crap on it. So I think I'd rather use something that didn't fray as much as the cloth that I was using. I got so bored and unable to sleep last night that I actually cranked up the TV at the foot of my bed for the first time in months and whacked a Riddick in the DVD player and watched that for the umpteenth millionth time. Oops. Yay! It sounds like the little workshop elf has settled back down again. Silly little beggar rolled herself out of bed and frightened the living daylights out of herself as she hit the floor. So that's why I had to go running in there a while ago. We reorganised her bedroom on the weekend, moved the bed to the other wall and that, so I think where she's used to rolling up against the wall, she now rolled out of bed. We got her school photos back today. Cute little beggar. Leave that set up for a minute. There's still some jelly looking finish on there. Oh. Somebody's trolling through all my Instagram photos, liking every one of them by the looks of things. Notifications ticking away there in the bottom corner of the screen. Yeah, in case you missed it earlier on, Sunday I have some considerable time at the station. Just Dilmar black tea, just a standard cup of tea. So I will spend tomorrow and Friday topping and tailing all the missing streams, queuing them up for Sunday to upload them to the YouTube channel. So the last week or so's streams will be up hopefully within a week. I think the last ones I put up to the YouTube were finishing off the Viking shield, that commission shield that I made a couple of weeks ago, and the cooling vest that I made for my Nordic, well, for my cosplays in general, but specifically for the Nordic. So it'd be nice to get some more content up on the YouTube channel and keep that fresh and looking like it's constantly loved. If you get the chance, check out Star Trek Bridge Crew. That's the new spin-off, isn't it? With the meme that's getting around at the moment, how to piss off cosplayers. Oh, it's the new VR game. Oh, okay, cool. Tea sounds good. Do you think you make some? Go for it. Now Nordic wants tea. Really? Everybody's a follower. Where are the leaders? Aussie is our leader, and he left. Oh, God. If Aussie's your leader, you're in worse trouble than I thought. It's got a little bit of weight to it. hold that. Good, good. So I'm just letting the glue cure a bit here, because with this V on the front now, I can't wrap the material. However, there's not a whole lot missing on the back. So the plan is to bring this wrapper over and push it down into the wedge that's missing there. Cut it off so it will tuck in underneath this top lip. And then just do half wraps on the back to fill that up, keeping the overlap going to fill that little V in there. Yes, Geordie. Need some more glue. That's the idea anyway. Oh, my ears are burning. Somebody's talking about me. I suppose, though, if they are talking about me, then they are leaving some other poor bugger alone. Using the tip of my fingernail to push it in underneath so it works nicely. Whoop. You take command but you broke. Oh, so you buy yourself a commission. There? Is that the way it works? Yep. Bloody thing's got a life of its own. So my plan to become famous like Tyrannus here. Get all the donations and cheers, then come here and pay it all forward, and then you will reign supreme. Dude, it sounds like a solid plan. What the hell could go wrong with that plan? You thought it was a solid one. So did I, man. You. What? Stay on the screen, bugger. That's better. Said I'm not seeing a problem with it, brother. You are never broke if someone owes you money. You haven't met my family. In that my kid sister owes me money that I will never see. That's saying I probably owe my folks money that I'll never see, that they'll never see. So it's swings and roundabouts. Yep. I must try that on my bank manager. I'm not broke. I've got $4,000 worth of outstanding creditors. Santa Monica Studio. You remember that money you owe me, Sancho? He's quick. He's on it. You left the door open for him. And he just greased on in there. I remember, and Nordic promised me half of it. Well, don't forget, Nordic actually said he was going to pay it forward to me. but you borrowed it from Beardy. Well, Jesus, I just stabbed me Cypher Man with the bloody scalpel. And my phone's going ballistic. What the fuck? Wait. Back, I think. I hope. No, mate, not a koala. A drop bear. Dude. They're related to koalas, which are not bears. Bloody koala bear. Jesus Christ. Freaking tourists. What's the difference? Wait right there. Let me find this bloody... Righto. I think actually I have a photo of a drop bear, which I said is they're related to koalas. Now I've got an image of one over here, some fucking where. Just putting out a fire there. Come on. Where the hell? No. Come on. I got a photo of one from a mate of mine who works on the BFB, the Bush Fire Brigade, a couple of months ago. That's the problem with posting so many fucking photos, you can't find it. Can't be that far back, I've gone back to Prince dying. Pooh Bum Wee. Let's see if I can do... Here we go. Let's do this. I can do this. Right, I've worked out how to do it. I know what I'm doing because I'm like clever. Sounds like something made up. Righto. Let's I can do that, and then this, and then this, and go back here. There we go. That is a fucking drop bear. They look like koalas because they're closely related to them. But as you can see, this bastard is feral and has bloody well incisors and is quite a seriously bad little shit, as opposed to being that cute little furry thing that everybody knows and loves when it comes to Kuala Lumpur bears. Yeah? Yeah. Seriously scary looking little shit, isn't it? Yeah. Pet that freaking thing when you're next at the zoo. I don't think so. Made up. Jesus. It is scary as fuck. It's not a mutant koala bear. They're related to koalas, which again are not koala bears. Just koalas. So yeah. Apparently, some of the what do you call them? Biologists, bloody well, zoologists, whatever the fuck they're called, reckon it's a fuck up between a koala bear and a Tasmanian devil. Tasmanian tiger, not a Tasmanian devil, Tasmanian tiger. Those little feral suckers that eat meat, carnivores. So yeah. Scary little shit, isn't he? Well, yeah, welcome to Australia where everything's trying to kill you. That ain't going to work. Or that could simply be a soaking wet koala bear that has had incisors photoshopped into the photo. I'm not sure. It's one of those things. It's either a drop bear or it's a really wet, pissed off and angry koala bear with some photoshopping done to it. I'm not sure. It's yeah. Because anybody that actually took a close look at the screen when I flicked across would have noticed that the tab next to it said wet koala bear. Hand fire, may you ask me a question? Why not? That's original. I haven't had that thrown to me. What would you like to ask me? Oh, thanks for the host, buddy. You are now running little zombie person. How you been? Okay, so that's the basic binding underneath there done. I like that. I like that a bit. I'm going to throw some dirty rag binding on top of that. It's as real as dragons and Bigfoot. Abso-freaking-lutely, man. Have I used EPDM rubber grip for my props? No, I haven't. Don't forget Nessie. Ah, poor Nessie. Everybody thinks she's just like not real and stuff. So yes, as you can see, the winner's one is a scaled up version of mine. I did the repairs on that pommel. I was not happy with that getting broken when Rory fell over. So, next stage, because I don't have any of my brown binding to go over the top of that like this at the moment, use some dry brushing to bring up some of the highlights on the blade and the pommel. So let's put that back on Rory's belt. Hold that, buddy. Good on you, mate. With your arm falling out. Now I want that for that project. Let's get the glue out of the way. Look at that, rebooting my stream, emptied my bloody cup. There's nothing in it now, except for the memory of all that love. EPDM is a roofing rubber material that's suitable for gripping. Ah, Nord, thank you very much. And it's in the cup. That's okay. These are cosmetic grips. If I was looking at doing something like LARP weapons, then yeah, maybe I would. You got to roll up there in Canada. I had some paper towel around here to dab that off with. There it is. This is silver. It's actually metallic silver from my airbrush collection of paint. But it will work reasonably well. For our dry brushing purposes, I believe. Doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doo-doo. I'm actually going to do this side of the blade. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dry brush down the shaper of the blade to give it a honed look, and then I'm going to do some light dry brushing over the raised details where there should be some wear and tear, and a bit on the edges of the, on the high parts. Oh, Jesus, Betty. You messy Wanda. All over the freaking place. Dude. Messy, messy, messy. Lol, how do you cheer with different heads? Well. Yes, like that. In the cup. Doink, dink, dunk, 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 ding, 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 ding. It's 1 to 2 mil thick and 2.5 centimeters wide. It's got a rigid bias on one side and material that's 2 millimeter thick. Oh, sweet. So it grips for almost as tacky as silicone, but it doesn't lose consistency with dirt and water and doesn't need to clean it. Sounds like the ideal thing for some of the LARP commissions that I've been getting hinted at to give it some grip while those guys are running around in the scrub. Have I tried LARP with these? No, not yet. I'm looking at getting in touch with a couple of my friends who actually are LARPers here and seeing if I can do an interview with one of them who is an ambassador for LARP Australia, and chat to them about what it would take to make props and weapons LARP compliant here for at least Australia, because obviously that's where most of my market would be. But I thought it might be interesting to see what we as cosplayers kind of take for granted. Your props are so pretty, LARPing with them. Well, so yes, I got a bit of wear where I figure it's going to wear rubbing up against a few of no details, and see if it passes or not. Yeah, but there are also things like solid cores need to be within, need to be no closer than 2 inches to the outside of the weapon and things like that. So, for instance, this with the solid PVC tube may not necessarily be LARP compliant. It's pretty hard to make a LARP compliant, yeah, 2 inches, 5 centimeters. It's pretty hard to make a LARP compliant rapier. So, like I said, what I want to do is get somebody who is actually LARP knowledgeable on my stream and have a chat to them about what the Australian regulations are and stuff. That's as thick as yeah, exactly. See, so that. Now I may just be talking out my ass. I don't have enough LARP knowledge to know whether I'm having smoke blown up my bum or whether that's a legitimate concern. So I want to actually get somebody who is able to give me some direction and see if we can't get them here on the Twitch and have a chat to them about it. Instead of me just hearing rumours from people who are... Yeah, well, and again, it's different in every LARP community and stuff. Fire props, etc. Well, I'm definitely not into making anything like that at the moment. I'm just finding my feet now with this kind of stuff. So now I got more of a honed kind of sheen on the blade edge. So it's just giving it a little more character around those raised parts. Although that looks really, in the camera, quite heavy. So let's see if we can't... Oh, handfire! Thank you very much, Lee. Whoop, 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 in. Oh, look, you spilt some. Messy bugger. I'm going to have to vacuum them up later. Thank you. Thank you. I'm having fun doing it. That's the main thing. That's what it says across the top of the screen. It's called cosplay because it's meant to be fun. If you're not having fun doing it, you should stop. You should. The way I see it, we get to choose to cosplay or get to choose our activities outside of those adulting things that we're made to do. And if you're choosing to do something that is not fun, you need to reassess yourself. What the hell, really? Did my stream just go down again? What do you reckon, gang? Are we back? No, for some reason I have a red error message now with my OBS Studio. Let's stop that in the background and see if that's chewing up my bandwidth and stuff. Beardy, am I back, mate? Glitch gremlins, I reckon. I shut down the video in the back, YouTube playing the audio in the background. Freaking thing. Maybe it's trying to stop me from getting an ego, being too big for my britches. Hoi. So like I said, am I back, guys? Can you guys actually see me, or am I just kind of chatting to myself? Goodbye, hosts. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm a pain in the bum. You talk yourself a lot, but you don't let that stop you. Carry on. Okay, beautiful. That's an implication that we're actually working. You guys are hearing me. Good, 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 good. So I think just the little bit of highlight, like you can see, there's a bit of silver highlight now on the lip, and the muck on the inside really makes that more effective, like that. Try to dry brush the end of the ice pick a bit more. Cool. And a little bit on the pommel itself. I figure that sharp edge around the beak is going to get wear on it. Yep. And I also reckon the actual heel I think I'm actually wiping more off than I'm wiping on now. Geez, the phone's going. Yeehaw. Okay, so I'm going to put this one aside now,